The Woman in the Oregon Woods. I used to live in the city. The urban life was what I had always imagined for myself. But after an extremely traumatic experience, I developed a severe fear of sound. Even the smallest noise, the click of a light switch, the rustle of paper, would send sharp, pinching pains through my chest. Living like that became unbearable. About 3 years ago, I found a small, secluded cabin deep in the forests of the Pacific Northwest, somewhere in Oregon. I can't say exactly where for reasons you'll soon understand, but I chose it because of the silence. For the first time in months, I could finally breathe. The cabin was tiny but sturdy, built to last with thick wooden beams and a stone fireplace. The scent of pine and old books filled the air the moment I stepped inside. The nearest neighbor lived about a 10-minute walk away, down a narrow dirt trail. For the first few days, I simply soaked in the quiet, waking to birdsong instead of sirens, and falling asleep to the wind brushing through the trees. Then, about a week after moving in, there was a knock at the door. I opened it to find a woman standing there. She was older, probably in her late 60s, with long silver hair and piercing blue eyes that felt like they could see right through me. She carried a basket of preserves, her movements deliberate, almost mechanical. "My name is Michelle," she said. "I live about 10 minutes down the trail." Then, leaning slightly forward, she added in a tone I will never forget. "Always keep your lanterns full, your windows tightly shut, and your wits sharper than your axe." Her words were less advice than warning, like something taken from a rulebook for survival. I thanked her, put the basket down inside, and tried to shake off the strange unease her presence left behind. That night, a thunderstorm rolled in, one of those rare, violent Pacific Northwest storms. Rain pounded the roof, and the wind rattled the windows. Then came a loud, urgent banging on the door. I froze, heart hammering. Through the small glass pane, I saw Michelle, soaked to the bone, holding a flashlight. "There's someone near your woodpile," she said, her voice urgent. I was confused. Her cabin was 10 minutes away through dense forest. How could she have seen anything? Or had she been close to my property all along? My unease tightened its grip on me. Hours later, I woke to the snap of a branch outside my bedroom window. I strained to see through the moonlight and shadows. Michelle stood at the edge of the woods, her body angled away from my cabin, hair plastered to her face by rain. As she began to turn toward me, I ducked instinctively. When I looked again, she was gone. Near dawn, there was another knock. But this time, it wasn't Michelle. A large, bald man with a thick beard loomed at the door. Panic surged through me. I bolted to the bathroom, locked the door, and called the police. As I spoke, the man forced his way inside, smashing furniture and anything else in his path. When officers arrived, he was gone. Even worse, when I led them to Michelle's cabin, they told me it had been abandoned for decades. No one had lived there in years. I felt my sanity fraying. To this day, I have no answers. Who or what was Michelle? A spirit trying to protect me? Or someone hiding in the woods? And the man? Who was he? And why had he targeted me? The question that haunts me most is simple yet terrifying. If Michelle was dangerous, why warn me? And if she was good, what was she running from?